Movies, genres, stereotypes with gender? What? Before Culture, Race, and Media, I knew that movie genres were stereotyped by gender. Like women love romance, and men love action and horror films. I didn't think it was my job to break any of these stereotypes. I thought someone with more power would do it for me. These stereotypes have existed since the beginning of cinema history, and frankly, since the beginning of history in general. Applied Cognitive Psychology had an article titled Die Hard and Notting Hill, Gender Differences in Recalling Contents from Action and Romance Movies. It's a mouthful. They suggest that a man and a woman who see the exact same film will remember different parts. The women will remember more of the romance, whereas the men will remember more of the action or violence. This is partially because of genetics and partially because of the awful society that we live in that makes it seem like gender makes a difference. It doesn't. This study says that there are 3 accounts when remembering specific parts of films. The first is content-related account. An example of a content-related account is how women are more interested in films with female topics, such as emotion or relationships, whereas men are more interested in adventure, violence, and competition. Then there's biological and evolutionary. Basically, it's in our genetics and specific traits that we gain during evolution. The last one is social and environmental. This suggests that boys and girls are raised to feel, think, act differently because of gender roles. I went out on a quest to find out, do men and women really remember different parts in movies, whether it was the same movie or a different movie? So I asked my friends and family, what's their favorite movie and what's their favorite part in that movie? The answers kind of surprised me. Okay, what is your go-to genre for movies?
Comedy or horror? Bridesmaids and The Shining. Help me, I'm poor.
I said that case.
Or was it She Shits on the Street?
Comedy. The Greatest Showman right now. Oh, I like the bar scene where they're dancing around, drinking, and collaborating to make the business.
I mean, it's probably horror movies. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It's kind of unbecoming.
Why?
Because typically you get the widest range of emotions, and I love to laugh, cry, and be terrified all at the same time. The Thing, Clockwork Orange. Yeah, so the last scene, everything blows up. They're sitting there by the fire, knowing that at some point the fires are going to go out and they're going to freeze to death because they're in freaking Antarctica sitting on like a frozen UFO. And if the aliens all freeze to death, obviously they're going to freeze to death.
Romantic comedies somewhat, or like dramas. My favorite movie of all time is Practical Magic, which is a pure shit movie. It's like a strong feminist movie. It has a lot of strong female characters who are speaking to each other, and it is a love story, but it's not necessarily about the male character. Like the stronger love story is about the sisters and the family, like in the movie.
After all that, I asked them, do you think that movies are marketed towards a specific gender, and why?
Maybe some movies, but I think most of them they try and get as many people interested as possible.
I definitely think that they are marketed towards certain genders, because you have like action movies that don't have a lot of romance in them, or like purely romance movies that are obviously geared towards females versus action movies geared towards men.
Absolutely. Everything is marketed to a specific gender. Yeah, I do think that there are strong gender stereotypes in our culture, and depending on what people want to sell, that's who they market it to.
After Culture, Race, and Media, I am fully aware of how gender stereotypes affect movie genres. Instead of waiting on someone else to get rid of gender stereotypes and movie genres and movies in general, I'm just gonna make movies to make movies. Movies should not have a target gender. If you're a guy who likes romance, go you like that romance. I like horror films, and girls aren't supposed to like horror films, but they bring me joy. So who cares? If it makes you happy, watch it. Who cares if it's supposed to be for your gender? Movies are for everyone to laugh, cry, scream, and simply enjoy.